So today I've decided to give you a little tour of the gallery. Well, my art gallery tends to be spread all over my house. So until these paintings sell, they adorn my house. So I'm just going to let you see them all one by one. I mean, I could tell you their names if you like. That one's Sunset Embrace. That's Moon River. That one is Casting the Net, and I also had a cushion made to go with that one. One painting which I sold was called Freedom, and I had a cushion made of that one, the dove flying out of the cage. This painting here, I didn't do the whole painting. What I did was the rocks. So the rocks are the only thing in this painting which I can claim are my work. So I'll let you see the rocks. Oh, and the sea spray. There you go, I did that as well. I didn't do the bird. So that's my part of that painting. That one's one of my favourites. It's called Jura Song. And this one, I'm trying to think of a good name for that one. That one was an experiment with ink and just decided to do an abstract painting for a change. That one is called Break Free. The lion is hoping to get out of his cage. This one doesn't have a name yet. If you want to suggest a name, these are the sparrows on the tree, but that's not the name. That one is the Lion of Judah. And I'll be doing a separate one on that one soon with a scripture and a little bit of a teaching that came to me. This one isn't finished yet. I'm still working on the owl. One of my love hearts. Might be a good Valentine's Day gift. And another love heart. And they have a lot of bling on them, which I like. I think it's lovely. Personally, I think it's lovely. This one is Aslan. I'm not finished my giraffe, as you can see. My first oil painting is a work in progress. Definitely a work in progress, but it's been fun learning how to do it. My lighthouse, which is mostly acrylic, it does have a little bit of oil painting in it. Debbie McLean, that's my artist name. That used to be my name and it's now my artist name. That one's called Wild Sea. It was one of my first paintings and I had such fun with it because I just sort of splurted the paint on it from a bottle to get the waves effect. It turned out quite well, I thought. That's supposed to be the Northern Lights, that. Kind of works. Bertie Bear. And that one's called Night Flight because it's the geese going in front of the moon. I do talk about Bertie Bear in another video actually about how he was created and how he was an accident. But he turned out quite well. So that was one of my first paintings. The sky's a little bit rough and ready in that one. I was just learning. That's about 2 years ago. The moon reflected in the water. I quite liked it though. This one was another happy accident. Just having fun, sloshing paint around, blending colours, and that is now either a fire or a sunset behind a field. And there might even be some people in the field saying, oh, put the fire out. Maybe I should develop this painting. Maybe put a head on there, that could be a person. You could see a few people in there with their hands up saying, ah. Or there might be sun worshippers literally worshipping the sunset. This was an oil painting I did on a very thin little canvas and it didn't turn out very well. Well, I quite like the sky. I do actually quite like it. As a painting, I like it. I like the waves. And the rocks are fine. The sky's quite good. And even the sea. But I'll tell you what I don't like is what happened to the canvas. It kind of all went... I don't know what happened to it. Because of those lines. If the lines were going in a different direction and they were in the water, it would be fine. That one is called Reflections. And again, this was a bit of a happy accident. It just started out as a total abstract painting. What I saw appearing was more of a reflection in the water. And I thought, well, that's like buildings reflected in the water. And these big white lines, well, they can be lampposts. I don't know what that really tall one is, but... And that will be the moon, I guess, or something. But it did turn out... It did start as an abstract. And to me, it turned out more like a cityscape reflected in the water. And that's why I called it Reflections. What I love about creating art is, well, the way I do it, I don't always know what's going to appear. In fact, I very rarely know what is really going to appear on my canvas. It's a bit of an experiment every time. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my art galleries, which are all over my house. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. Bye.